Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Better late than never. You know what they say. Yeah, I'm a little bit late. Sorry about that. I don't know why. I had loads of time. I had loads of time to get ready, and then time just got away from me. So I'm on the Coke again tonight. I'm on the Coke. Keep me awake. But actually, it's not Coke. It's Pepsi. It's Pepsi. Hope you're all okay. I've been really fed up today. I don't know why. It's just been one of those days, not for any reason in particular, no more than normal. Usual sort of problems that you worry about, finances, family, then of course doing videos on true crime doesn't exactly cheer you up, does it? But all you lovely people will cheer me up, I'm sure. But yeah, it's been one of them days where I felt a bit like a bit fed up. Just don't know why really. But anyway, I'm fine. I mean, I'm not trying to sort of worry anyone, but sometimes we have an expression in Spanish, ideas. There are days, there are some days that just you just don't feel like your bright, breezy, normal self, isn't it? And sometimes you have to indulge yourself in that a little bit because you can't be bright and breezy all the time, can you, I suppose? But anyway, I'll be fine tomorrow. Maybe I'm tired. I am tired. I cannot believe it's only Tuesday. It's only Martes, Tuesday. Oh my God, how is it only Tuesday? I feel like I'm tired enough for it to be Friday. Yeah, I don't know. I do. I feel tired. But I'm going on location next week, aren't I? So next week, I am going on location. And my members will be the very first people to know exactly the day I'm going and also where I'm going, because on my way there, I will be doing a special video for the members to let them know where I'm going. So maybe that's it. Maybe as I'm coming up to that, because although it's sort of like work in a way, because obviously I'll be doing videos, it is a break as well. I think that's it. Maybe I'm just ready for a break. I'll be glad to get out of the chair, and actually be on location, because it's been quite a while. It's been a long while since I've been on location. It's good to get out the chair sometimes and do some videos out and about and see a different place, even if it is sort of half work, isn't it? Because it's work, but it's work that I enjoy, so it's not like proper work. So yeah, that's next week, going on location. So first of all, I just want to say thank you, as always, to everybody who's subscribed, everyone who likes my videos. Don't forget to put your thumbprint, fingerprint, DNA, whatever on the like button or the unlike button. If you don't like my video, then press the downward thumb. It's an interaction. It's fine. What else? So that's the trouble with Coke. It does repeat on you a little bit. Not Coke, Pepsi. I have to keep remembering it's Pepsi. So yeah, thank you. And special thanks, as always, to my members or anyone who has supported my channel in any way whatsoever. Thank you. Okay, so what am I going to do? Say hello to everyone first, I think. Let's say hello to Chumba. Chumba was first. Hi, Chumba. Hi, Kelly. Good morning, Kelly. No news, I don't think, about Samantha, is there? I've had a look. I can't see any new, that twonky stuff. I've still got the candle going to bring Samantha home. But as far as I know, there's been no news on that front. Let's hope today brings some news and Samantha is brought home. Rustic Rambles. So this is your new channel, Rustic Rach, Rustic Rambles. Is it up and running now? Have you got videos on there? Because I don't think I've seen it yet, but I'll have a look out for it. Hi, David. Did I say hi to David already? I don't know. I've already forgotten who I've said hello to. Gosh. Kelly's waiting for his son to get out. Oh, he might be sitting there a long time, Kelly, or is he quite good at getting up? Hi, Ocean. Hi, Tracy. Tracy's had to pop away, but she's coming back. Hi, Mello. Hi, Rio. David's been creaming all over the place. Hi, Heather. Hi, DMV. Hi, Quizzical. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you'll cheer me up, dear. I'm okay, really. Yeah, not true crime, can it? But no, I mean, you lot will all cheer me up, I know that. Hi, Amanda Jane. I'm okay. It's just one of them days. Look, Rio's feeling the same. Sometimes you just have one of those days and there's not really any, no more reason than always. I mean, it's all the same things that you worry about every day, but some days it just seems to sort of take over you a bit. Hi, Carla. Hi, Annie. You made it. You got the notification. Hi, Just Me. Hi, Mara. Oh, you're so nice. You're already cheering me up, just seeing you all saying hello to each other and that. Hi, Ocean. Yeah, I have. I think it is. I have been doing late nights, because of this sort of Australian thing and trying to sort of find a time, because find a time that, because of that, it's sort of suits everybody. Because I've got viewers from all of, so been trying to find a time that suits everybody. Unfortunately, doesn't suit me, does it? Because I'm not really a night person. But anyway, I'm a little bit earlier tonight. Sometimes I've done a later live, and also I've done quite long streams, which is good. But that wasn't never used to be normal for me. An hour would be about it, but and that's a really good thing that I'm doing longer streams, because it means I'm relaxing more into it and to being with you guys and everything. So it's good in that way. But also, I quite like to do streams in the morning, because in the mornings I am, more lively, or I make videos like to put out through the day, etc. Like tomorrow, I'll definitely be on in the morning, because as I normally have classes on a Wednesday morning. But that person is on holiday and they've changed the day and time of their class. So tomorrow morning I'll definitely be doing a stream about something. There's always something to talk about. If it's not true crime, or it's the royal family, or, oh my God, I've got so many rants of the day that I want to do. So I might just do one great big rant tomorrow morning about all the things that I've been saving up. Thank you, Chumba. Chumba's saying, look, that I knew everybody would cheer me up. Is this your favourite chain? Yeah, I love this. This was literally, I mean, obviously it's not real silver or anything. I got it from C&A, I think, or somewhere like that. But yeah, I like it as well. Mara, you're going to put your nose on the like button. Okay, why not? Hi, Julie Ashmore. Hi, Brit. Jelly Mellow, I like that. And he's saying Jelly Mellow. Right, okay, I'll have a look, Rustic Rambles. Oh, so Mellow's just had, is that ice cream? Mackie's honeycomb, I don't even know where it is. Hi, Tracy. Somebody else has had a tub of ice cream. Hi, Blank Faces. Yeah, Blank Faces knows the feeling. Yeah, sometimes you just think, anyway, it'll pass. Oh, God, everyone's having ice cream. I thought it was cold in the UK. What, you eating a cornetto for? Oh, dear. Hi, Wendy Woo. Oh, God, don't start talking about ice creams, because then you're going to make me want ice creams. Hi, Blind. I haven't got any ice cream. It's too cold even here in Spain for ice cream at the moment. Thank you, Blind. You like my... I love this top, actually. I do, but I do that. Thank you, Annie. Oh, thank you so much. It is growing the channel and it is nice. It's lovely, but maybe that's it. Maybe it's because, I've been trying, obviously, to make it grow. So it's, it's not like work because as I say, I do enjoy it, but maybe I've just sort of maybe need a little break, but I'll get one. What? Blank Faces is asking, how do you punish a pet rock? Is this one like a knock joke? Is that like, how do you punish a pet rock? It'll be some like a knock joke or something. I have no idea. How do you have a pet rock? Oh, mellow Scottish ice cream. Lovely. Oh, I want some. So you know what's going to happen tomorrow? I'm going to go out and buy some ice cream. It's too late now, but. Well, do you know what? I think having a pet rock would be brilliant because you don't have to take it out for a walk. It doesn't shed hairs all over you like my dogs do, especially the German Shepherd. Black trousers. You can't see it on the video, but if you could see me close up, you would see I am covered in dog hairs. But anyway, perhaps I shouldn't say that. Oh dear. Ben and Jerry's cookie dough. Hi, Desi. All right. I don't think I've ever had Mellow Jackie's ice cream, so I'm going to look out for that. I don't. Might be able to get it here in one of the British supermarkets. Maybe I'll have a look. Is it one of them that's really expensive? More expensive than sort of your dinner. Okay. Right, what we're going to start with. So this twonk, this Stefan Stearns. So 60 new charges have been brought against him. So let's have a look what they are. I mean, so still not been charged with murder though. And Madeline's mum still hasn't been charged with murder. Remember this. I just have to briefly go through the case because there may be people watching. Hello to everybody who's watching at home. Hi, Claire. Oh, Claire. Hello. Hi to everyone who's watching at home as well. Just have to go for a brief recap. So Madeline Soto, it was her 13th birthday. She disappeared the next day. Then unfortunately her body was found a couple of days later. Her stepfather's been arrested, but not on charges of murder. Nobody has been charged with murder yet. But he was Mr. Factory Reset. He said that he reset his phone to factory reset by accident when he had to hand it over to the police. But of course, the police still found all the indecent images of Madeline on his telephone. So he's being held, or he was already being held for those kind of charges. Now there's other charges come out that we're going to go through tonight. And eventually he's probably going to get charged for Madeline's murder as soon as the police are ready. But do you know what? In a sort of way, it doesn't matter because he's not coming out of prison, is he? That's it. He's, just on the other charges, he's never coming out of prison. And because of the nature of his charges, he's going to have the worst time in prison that you could imagine, isn't he? Because, hi, Maggie. He's not going to, he's going to be the worst. He's the worst of offenders. And even bad offenders don't like these kind of offenders, do they? So let's have a look. I know it's not very cheerful. We've got to look on the bright side. The bright side is, obviously it's awful what's happened to Madeline, but it's good that he's been held to account for it. you know, that he's not got away with it. So we've got to concentrate on that. Okay, so let's have a look. This is the News Nation website. So the suspect in the Madeline Soto case faces 60 new sex abuse charges. 60. Oh my God. So police found child sexual abuse material on Stefan Stearns' phone. Here she is, Madeline. Do you know, every photo you see of her, she's smiling away. How she was smiling, I just don't know, honestly. You know, it just shows you just cannot tell from photos, you know, what is going through people's minds, what is happening in their lives. You just don't know. You just cannot know what is going on. If you didn't know anything about what happened to Madeline, you'd look at that picture and you think, oh, there's a beautiful young girl enjoying her birthday. You know, if you knew it was a birthday party when that was taken, enjoying her birthday. She looks confident. She had her hair done. You know, you can see that she's just growing up. She's just coming onto the cusp of womanhood. But you know what what you don't know is that already for 2 years she's been, you know, having to do things with her stepfather that, you know, from the age of 11, that womanly things, if you like, and that. But you can see here she's just becoming a teenager. It was her 13th birthday. She looks confident. But you know what? You just don't know. A photo tells you absolutely nothing about what's really going on in people's lives. Hi, Alana. So, you know, so this was a birthday party. Now, she had a birthday party at grandma's. Now, I released a video earlier today where I translated the interview, grandma's interview, and also one of her mother's interviews that are in Spanish, because, of course, they are Hispanic. So it's been all over the Spanish news as well. And I think we might watch that video together, because although I did release the video, it's always better for us to go through it together, isn't it? And I know people like to chat about it, etc. And I like to hear your thoughts on everything. So you have to excuse me because I'm drinking Pepsi. I may well burp. So just to warn you. So police found child sexual abuse material on Stephen Stearns' phone. He allegedly abused Madeline Soto for years, so at least 2 years. And see, they're calling her Soto here. Now, you know how that winds me up. I'm going to swear now, just fuck off, because this is Madeline. That is her name. Don't call her Soto. Good God, what is wrong with these people? Anyway, so Madeline's body was found in the woods several days after she was reported missing. So here we go. This article was released at 1:57 American time, 1:57 p.m. Florida prosecutors announced Tuesday that they are filing 60 new criminal sex abuse charges against Stefan Stearns, who is a suspect in the death of Madeline Soto. Stearns, who was dating Soto's mother, was first arrested during the search for 13-year-old Madeline. Oh, look, he's got me saying it now. Anyway, who was reported missing after her mother went to pick her up from middle school and found she wasn't there. And during the investigation, the police found child essay materials on Stearns' phone. And police said that during the initial arrest, that the images and video on Stearns' phone, which he had attempted to delete, were taken at his home. So these photos, they can see from the background in the photos that this abuse happened at his home, but not only his Madeline's home, the very place where she should be able to feel safe. You know, if you can't feel safe anywhere, You know, you can't go out jogging, you can't take your dog for a walk, so at least you should feel safe at home. Anyway, so her body was found in the woods in Osceola County, and Stearns was seen on camera dropping her laptop and school backpack into a dumpster the morning she disappeared. And while he has not been charged yet in in Madeline's death, according to court documents, he's been abusing Madeline for at least 2 years. Why didn't they call her Soto? I'm going to have to write to these people and complain. This is News Nation. It's one of my favourite news sort of information channels. Now, normally when they're actually doing the videos about it, you don't get this. They do use her first name. So why on this? I don't know. Anyway. So according to the State Attorney's Office for the 9th Judicial Circuit, police found additional images and videos showing criminal acts. So he's being charged with 8 counts of sexual battery on a child under 12. 5 counts of sexual battery on a child 12 to 18. 7 counts of lewd and lascivious molestation, and 40 counts of unlawful possession of materials depicting sexual performance by a child of 10 or more. So he's got 40 photos on that phone. 40 photos of, Madeline in compromising positions. With this being a complex case with many facets, our work is not done, and we are continuing our investigation into the timeline leading up to Madeline's death, said Kissimmee Chief of Police Betty Holland. And Stearns is being held without bond. I mean, he's never going to get a bond, is he? By the Osceola County Department of Corrections. Now, I'm not sure what the exact law is. Do you have to offer a bond? I mean, but what they would do is just say, they'd set it $10 million or something crazy that he couldn't possibly make. So just need to say hello to a couple of people. Bridget, hi Mara. I don't think I've said hello to you yet. Hi Jean. If I've missed anybody coming in, please say hello again, and I will say hello. I have got the other computer on so I can see who's coming in. Hi Tracy, you're back in the room. So yeah, 60 charges, 40 of which are photos, basically, of this poor girl. This 13-year-old girl, who, when this abuse started, was only 11. 40 photos on his phone. I mean, he's we do talk about some twonks, but he is like a proper, you know what I mean? Like, there's twonks. He's next level twonk. Anyway, we're just going to have a look because I found his arrest warrant, which we've sort of looked at bits of it. But I think I've just had to get it up. So I have to warn you about this. Oh, here it is. I have to warn you about this. You've probably seen bits of it on videos that I've done before, etc. Hi, Yvonne. But this is his actual arrest warrant. So date of birth, the 25th of the 4th, 25th of April. So he's a Taurus. And in fact, he's a day before my dad's birthday. My dad was born on the 26th of April. Nothing like my dad whatsoever. Anyway, he was born in 1986. 6'2". So he looks big, doesn't he, when you see him? So he's big, he's tall, he weighs 220 pounds, or he did when he was arrested. He may have put on weight by now or lost weight, depending on, what sort of years old. He looks older than that, I think. He looks older. I think it's the beard. He's got a lot of white hair in his beard, so maybe that's what makes him look older. I personally think he does look older. He acts as if he's about 12, though, doesn't he? He's like this big man baby. Everybody feels sorry for me. The interviews that we've seen with him, you can tell he's the baby in that relationship. Hi, Janie. Yeah, he does look a little bit like Peter Sutcliffe, because Peter, you can he's like not unhandsome. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but when you look closely at him, he's just something icky about him. But I don't know. Madeline's mum seemed to think she'd won the lottery when she met him. I don't know. So it gives his address, etc., his social security number. It's funny how they've blocked out his social security number, but they're giving his address. Strange, anyway. So here, let's look at let me read out what it says. So it says, the state of Florida, county of Osceola, digitally appears the affiant Detective Brian Moore, a sworn law enforcement officer, to wit, an officer for the Kissimmee, I don't know, I know I'll be pronouncing that wrong, police department, who makes this affidavit and states under oath that affiant has probable cause to believe that certain laws have been violated in Osceola County, Florida, and that on and between the 22nd of the 2nd, 2002, and the 26th of the 2nd, 2004, the defendant Stephan Michael Stearns did violate Florida state statutes and commit the offences of sexual battery on a victim of under 12 years, familial. So there's this sort of, he's often referred to as a stepfather, but then it's like, then there's some other people say, oh, they'd actually separated, he was just a boyfriend. There's a lot of strange things, if you like, in that as well. Okay, so your affiant, in the course of his or her official duties, has come to investigate on February the 26th, 2024, at approximately 2000 hours, is it? Or whatever. Anyway, 8 o'clock, a 13-year-old was reported missing by her mother. So at 8 o'clock in the evening, that's quite late, isn't it, really, when I don't know what time she was supposed to come home from school. But I suppose with a 13-year-old, that maybe you'd think, oh, they'd gone to their friends or something, because, of course, she'd left her phone at home. That's suspicious straight away. I'll tell you what, if I got up or I came downstairs and saw that my son, even then or now or anyone, I'm sure any of you have got young children in your house, or even you with your phone, etc., you came and you found their phone there, I'd think, what's his phone doing here? Why has he gone out without his phone? Because they're just people, people don't go out without their phones. Not only young people, nobody does. So straight away you'd be suspicious why they hadn't taken the phone with them. Anyway, so she was reported missing by her mother, and the mother advised that her daughter's stepfather, Stephen Stearns, picked her up from home and dropped her off at Hunters Creek Middle School. So we saw from the grandma's interview, which we're going to watch again in a minute, that the grandma said that apparently, so where was Stephen Stearns if he came and picked her up from the home? Because apparently the mother had been working, hadn't she, the night before. She'd got up in the morning, She was tired and she couldn't be arsed taking her to school, basically. So she contacted him and got him to take her to school. But it says picked her up from home. So where was he? Was he not there? And dropped her off at Hunters Creek Middle School on February the 26th, 2024. The mother then went to pick up, I don't know why that's been blocked out, maybe it's her name, from the school at dismissal and learned that she had never never attended school. So an interview was conducted with Stefan. During the interview with Stefan, he provided consent to search his phone. However, he stated he had accidentally performed. It's just the biggest load of crap you've ever heard in your life. You just think, how stupid is he to even think that they would, if he had any brains, he would have just said, oh my God, he would have disposed of his phone and just, gone, oh my God, where is my phone? Or, oh, I don't know where it is. He would have done something like that. I don't know, set it on fire, done whatever. But of course, he has no brains. So he thought he could say that he'd accidentally performed a factory reset on his phone, which it was obvious that he hadn't. So upon reviewing, this is where I just need to warn you. I'm not going to, you can see it anyway on here, but I'm not going to read out all the words that they use, but I'll give you the gist of it. Upon reviewing the contents of Stephen's phone, several images and videos. Oh God, you absolute twonk, you absolute disgusting twonk. So several images and videos were located which depicted an apparent child with her lady parts as the focal point of the pictures and videos. There were also pictures and videos depicting an apparent child's female parts and a mouth being penetrated by a man's part. The child was later identified. Now, they've redacted her name, but the date of birth is Madeline's date of birth, I believe. So metadata from the images and photos described above shows that in August of 2022, so there must have been date stamps, Stefan, he put his part into her mouth. A warrant was previously obtained for an act that occurred after the victim turned 12 years old. This warrant is to charge the act that occurred before on August 2022 when the victim was only 11 years old. So further, as your affiant was reviewing the images from August, your affiant observed the characteristics of the room where the incident occurred. Oh, so yeah, so they could see that this was in her home, in her own home. Just seems to make it worse somehow. I mean, I know it's still horrible, whatever, but in her own home where she wasn't safe. No wonder she wanted to go and live in the woods, because there was reports that she'd told people she wanted to go and live in the woods. She would have felt safer in the woods than she did in her own home. So this address is also where the victim, her mother, and Stefan live. OCSO took images of the layout of the residence, and based on a review of the images, execution of a search warrant at the residence. The room pictured in the images matches one of the rooms in the residence. Based on the totality of the circumstances, your affiant has probable cause to believe Stefan committed a sexual battery, familial custodial authority on the victim when the victim was under 12 years old. So this was from his first arrest warrant, but since then we've got these 60 other charges. 60, for goodness sake, for goodness sake. Yeah. Okay, let me just put a couple of windows down. Now, what we're going to look at now is the video, my video that I made earlier today, where I translated the interviews on the Spanish news with them. So it'd be good for us to look through them together, okay? Let's have a look. Let me share it. You all okay in chat? I know that's, you know, that's quite, it's very sad. It's very graphic, you know, just awful. But you know what? That's it. I just, you know, when you look at his face, to me, looking at his face now, is a face, the eyes of a man who knows he's going to hell. He's going to hell on this earth and on the next. I mean, there's no hope for him now after what he's done, because those are bad enough. All those, you know, watching them, hearing them read out like that, hearing them said so graphically. That's not even mentioning the actual murder. You know, we haven't even got to that yet. That's just, you know, these are like the initial charges. So that man, you know, he's going to hell. I mean, he's going to hell, not only in this world, because he'll be going to prison, and prison will be hell for him, just because of the nature of what he's done. But he's got no chance in the next world either. Because also, you know, I don't know if he's really talking, or his only chance of redemption in the next world. He's got no chance of redemption in this world because, you know, he's going to prison. That's it for the rest of his life. But if he's looking, if he wants redemption in the next world, he's got to, I don't even know if he can get it. I mean, who could do that? You know, I don't know what's worse. I don't know whether the years of abuse that he put on this girl or the actual taking of her life. I don't even know which is worse. It's all unspeakable, isn't it? Okay, so let's have a look at these interviews. Let's have a look at these interviews in Spanish. So you're lucky, you get double Vicky. How great. If you take a course of Zoom classes, the books are free. I don't want to do my advert on this. Okay. But Madeline Soto's mother suspects that someone has taken her daughter, who has disappeared in Florida. So let's have a look and a listen.
Orange, ¿dónde está Madeline Soto, esta joven hispana de 3?
So, Condado Orange, that she just said, that's Orange County. That's now you can imagine in Spain. I mean, they're not Spanish in the sense they're from South America. Their descent is from South America. They speak Spanish because that's what people speak in South America. But it's all over the Spanish news. You can imagine it's big news here in Spain as well. So, and you know, it's being reported on all over Spain, and but these are South sort of American Spanish news agency, if you like, where this has happened. So that what she's saying here is tonight we're starting in Orange County, where is more than
años, que lleva ya más de 30 horas desaparecida. A esta hora de la noche, las autoridades de la oficina del alguacil del condado.
So when they made this video, she'd been missing for just over 30 hours.
Orange la siguen buscando.
Bueno, también la...
So they're just saying it's about a young girl of 13 who disappeared, and the authorities of the alguacil office
busca desesperadamente su familia. La investigación se ha centrado en los alrededores de...
are looking for her. So they're basically just saying that she's gone missing so far, and also her family are looking for her desperately. So the authorities, and it's very sad, this photo, isn't it? Because she does look so happy on it. It's her birthday. She looks confident. You can tell she had her hair done. And of course, another sort of speculation is because she looks like she's got a little bit of a tummy and that, as to whether she was pregnant or not. And of course, that will come out when the autopsy. If the results, somebody was saying that because of her age, it may be that they never release her autopsy results. But they'll know by now whether she was pregnant or not. She's been cremated, so they've taken whatever details they needed to take from the body, scans, tests, etc., and they released the body, and she has been cremated free of charge, even though there's a GoFundMe set up to pay for the funeral. But she's been cremated free of charge, I believe. And her family are looking for her desperately.
La escuela intermedia Hunters Creek, donde fue vista por última vez. David.
So the investigation is centered around about the school, the high school, intermediate school, Hunters Creek, where she was last seen. You know, don't forget. So this interview was done just before Madeline just after Madeline went missing, but before Stefan Stearns was arrested. This interview was in the middle.
Palomino habla con la madre y también con familiares de la menor. David, cuéntanos qué te dicen y además qué creen que pudo haber pasado.
Now, it must be, you know, people talk about the cremation there. I mean, I suppose all the family were there, like the grandmother, the auntie, etc. Stefan wouldn't have been there, would he? He was arrested by then, he was already arrested before even her body was found. So Stefan wouldn't have been at the funeral service, but her mum would have been there. You know, I mean, I wonder what was going through her mind, you know, knowing then that Stefan had been arrested. And people are saying she's changed her appearance, that she's cut her hair and dyed it blonde, you know, to try. I mean, the thing is, if she isn't involved in this, it must be awful for her. You know, I'm not 100% certain. I cannot decide. She could have been fully involved in it, or she could just be stupid, you know, and just, she's definitely lied for him. She's definitely covered up for him. What the reason for why she did it, that is what is yet to come out, isn't it? And it will come out because the police will have taken her phone as well by now and etc. So, you know, if she is involved, there will be charges. Of course there will. So he's saying what could have happened. You know, we've been talking. Hi, Amethyst, and hi, Neil. To the mother and some of the family members, what could they? Then they introduce the TV reporter and say, "Tell us what's happened so far."
Gracias, buenas noches. La madre dice que
Yeah. David, tell us what they say, what the family say, and also what do they believe could have happened.
Tiene el presentimiento que alguien se llevó a su hija. Ustedes ven a esta hora las autoridades han acordonado.
So he says, the mother said that in her opinion, someone has taken her daughter.
Parte del complejo de apartamentos ubicado acá en el área de Hunters Creek, mientras continúa esta investigación para dar con el paradero de la menor. Madeline Soto es una joven de 13 años de edad que fue vista por última vez en la mañana del lunes 26 de febrero.
En la mañana la llevó mi novio.
Yeah, so they're just saying, describing Madeline. Now we're going to hear the mother speaking.
Para la escuela, la dejó al lado.
Now let's see what she says.
De la iglesia, que queda ahí al lado de.
Yeah, so she says, Monday the 26th of February in the morning, my boyfriend took her to school. So, you know, we've heard this conflicting several times. She said she took her, she said they both took her. And here in this interview to the Spanish, I think, you know, she'd just forget who she said what to. I think, personally, he has told her that he's took her to school. I think. But we'll see. So that's what she's saying here. My boyfriend took her to school. La llevo. Yeah. So she's saying clearly, my boyfriend took her to school. So not we took her to school, not I took her to school. My boyfriend took her to school. She does say some, conflicting things. We know Rio para la escuela.
de el middle school.
Middle school. And then she goes on to say, la dejó al lado de la iglesia. So he left her by the church that is there at the side of, let's see.
La dejaron ahí y que ella se puso a caminar y él.
Yeah, this was very strange. I'll go on to talk about it in a minute, but I just want to talk about it while we're on a live and you're all here. She definitely says they left her there. Definitely. Because here she says he left her. La dejó, he left her. But then she goes on and says, la dejaron al lado de la iglesia. So he left her by the church that is there at the side of, let's see.
La dejaron ahí.
Yeah. Then later she says, la dejaron, they left her. So is it he left her, la dejó, or is it la dejaron, they left her? Why is she saying they? Just immediately jumped out at me that, because in Spanish, this is the verb dejar. I feel like I'm going into Spanish class now. Dejar is the verb to leave something. So, and in Spanish, dejar is the verb to do that. But then what you do is you put different endings on, which represent different, whether it's I left, he left, we left, she left, etc. And this one, la dejó, is he left her there, whereas la dejaron is they left her there. So, and I checked it, I listened to it again, I've checked it. She definitely says they left her there. So who is they?
Y que ella se puso a caminar y él.
Yeah, he left her there, so he took her to the church that's there at the side of the middle school, and he left her there, and she just started off walking. Se puso a caminar, started off walking, according to her.
Manejó y se fue.
Las autoridades de la oficina del alguacil del condado Orange la han estado buscando en una zona boscosa cerca a la escuela intermedia.
So he's just going on now to say that they're looking for her in the woodland, which of course is where they found her, doesn't it? They found her in the woodland. But the way the mother goes, and off she went. He dropped her off. Let's just watch her body language again for that. I really can't make my mind up about this mother. Let's go back.
De la iglesia que queda ahí al lado de el middle school.
So he dropped her off at the church at the side of the middle school. And look at the way she's looking. She's really having to think about it.
La dejaron ahí y que ella se puso a caminar y él.
La dejaron allí. Now, when she says dejaron, that is actually they left her there. They left her there. Dejaron is not he left her there. This is me just realizing what she said. So I'm going to go through all that again, what I just said to you before. But it's true. She clearly says they. Clearly. It cannot mean anything else. Dejaron, they left her there. So this is making me, who is they? Why is she saying this? This is another conflicting thing. Another conflicting thing she's saying. Where does the they come from? And you don't make those mistakes in Spanish. You don't say they when you mean he. You just don't, because she clearly says they. So I want to know who they is, and I'm sure the police do. It's they left her there. So I'm not sure why she's saying they. La dejaron allí. They left her there. And Alana, no, they don't have words for middle school in Spanish. And to be honest, middle school, we don't have that in England either. When I say they don't have it in Spanish, we don't have middle school in Spain. You go from colegio to instituto. So the instituto is like the high school where you go when you're sort of like high school. Maybe that's more like a middle school come high school. But no, don't have middle school. So it's completely different schooling system. She started walking. Ella se puso a caminar. Why is she saying they left her there?
Manejó y se fue.
Las autoridades de la oficina del alguacil del condado Orange la han estado buscando en una zona boscosa cerca.
Yeah, the newsreader says intermedio because that's what middle means. But there is no middle school not in Spain anyway. But so he's just saying intermedio because that is the direct translation of middle.
A la escuela intermedia Hunters Creek.
Llevaron perros.
So she's saying llevaron perros. In other words, they've taken dogs out. So she's using they again there very clearly. But this time she's talking about the police, I suppose.
A ver si cogen el olor de ella por ahí. Creo que ahorita están investigando.
Yeah, so let's go back to that bit because they're... So, un Fern Creek llevaron perros a ver si cogen el olor de ella por allí. So they took dogs to see if they could catch, her scent over there. So I take it she's talking about the police there.
Están investigando.
Yeah, you can see here they use this Aaron. Yeah, Aaron is they. That's the past tense ending for they did something. And they're using it here. They took, just as she uses dejaron, they left. I think that's very strange. Who is they?
Los videos que quedan por la.
So then she says, creo que ahorita están investigando. So that means I believe that right now they are investigating. And then she's going on now to talk about these weird sort of these CCTV videos.
Calle, hay un video de una iglesia que queda al lado de la escuela donde creen que ven mi hija.
So, hay un video de una iglesia que queda. So she said they're investigating the street videos, the CCTV. Hay un video de una iglesia que queda.
La menor viste una camisa deportiva de color verde, pantalones cortos de color negro y unas.
It's all out of sync with when she was talking, then it goes on to something else. But anyway, she said they're looking at some video of a church where they thought that my daughter was seen. And then he goes on to talk about what she was wearing. She was wearing a sports t-shirt, green sports t-shirt, short trousers or shorts.
Crocs blancas. Según sus familiares, ese día olvidó su teléfono celular.
So yeah, black shorts, white Crocs, according to her family. This is what she was wearing. Oh, bless her.
En casa.
¿Qué te dice ese instinto de madre?
Now, she's going to go on now and say that she left her telephone at home.
Que alguien se llevó mi hija. En mi corazón, alguien se me llevó mi hija.
Yeah, so he asked her, according to your mother's instinct, what do you think has happened to her? Now, some people are asking about if she has other children. There are no other children in the house. There are no other children in the house. I've just Googled it and that's what it's saying. So, no, luckily. that somebody took her. That's what he asked her. And she says, my daughter, in my heart, I think someone took her. In my heart, I think someone took her. Mi hija en mi corazón.
Que no es normal que ella se va así como así.
Yeah, she's
To
saying,
run away.
someone has taken my daughter. Alguien se me llevó mi hija. Someone has taken my daughter away from me. Porque no es normal que ella se va así como así. It's not normal for her to do this or to go away like this, to run away. So that's what she's saying. So in her heart, somebody's taken her.
Ella no es ese tipo de persona.
Familiares
She's
afines
not that sort of person. She's not that. Yeah, I mean, she has got no emotion. I mean, she sort of looks sort of quite. There's something in her face, but she's not crying. You know, she's not crying. Maybe it's just not hit her yet. You know, I always keep trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't know why. But there is no emotion, and believe me, Spanish people are emotional. You know, oh my God, you know, I mean, she's not Spanish; she's South American. But I really do believe, in my experience, Spanish people, and I know a lot of South American people as well, because I've had friends who are Colombian and people working for me who are Colombian. They're very, you know, full of emotion, they're voluble. You know, they're like, it's British people are colder, you know, in their way of, you know, we're more sort of, we don't like make a fuss, do we? You know, they make a fuss. They like to make a fuss, to make as much fuss as possible. And it's true. Her emotionless this lack of emotion is not normal for South American people or for Spanish people. You know, they're generally quite hot-blooded, quite passionate in what they say. So certainly, and children are everything. So to lose a child, you know, to be thinking, where is your child? They would be just inconsolable, I think. You know, she is acting strange. The more I think about it now, and also when we see the grandma in a minute, she's the same. No emotion whatsoever, or very little sort of person.
afirman que en el hogar no hubo ninguna discusión ni motivos para que la joven se fuera.
Now, he goes on to say the familiares afirman que en el... Look, there he is here. He's a very sinister figure, isn't he? Because he's massive. He's massive. You know, he's tall, he's imposing, he's a big guy, he's 220 pounds, you know, he's not skinny mini. So poor Madeline, she wouldn't have stood a chance against this great big twonk, you know, with his baseball cap on like a bloody child. I mean, for God's sake, you know, grow up, man. Just look, I find that very sinister, that picture of them both together there. His broad shoulders and everything. Scary, I think. Hello, Gala. No hubo ninguna problema. So he's going to go on to say that the family members have said that there was no problem at home. Oh, look, that's him there, is it? That's Stefan Stearns. That's the mother there, isn't it, with Stefan? Oh, let's that go back.
El hogar no hubo ninguna discusión ni motivos para que la joven.
So, no arguments in the house, no reason why she would have left, according to the family members.
Se fuera de la casa.
Por favor, que me la regresen, que esté sana, que esté bien.
So he must have asked her, you know, have you got anything to say? And she just said, please bring her back to me. Look at her face. Bring her back to me. Que me la regresen. Please bring her back to me.
Solo quiero que la regresen.
Las autoridades piden.
I just want her to come back, that she'll be okay, she'll be healthy, that she's okay. I just want her, I just want her, solo la quiero, solo la quiero.
La ayuda de la comunidad, cualquier persona con
I just want her to be healthy, that she's okay. I just want the authorities to bring her back to me. Yeah. Que esté bien, solo la quiero, solo quiero que la regresen las autoridades. So that's what she said. She just wants her to be healthy. She just wants her to be okay. She just wants the authorities to bring her back to her.
información sobre el paradero de Madeline Soto, se le pide que se comunique con la línea 911 o con la oficina del alguacil del condado Orange en Hunters Creek. David.
Yeah, they're just giving the details there. Ring 911 if you know anything. Well, of course, we know now that Madeline, of course, was found deceased. But I would just want to go back and have a look at Stefan again with the family. Let's watch it from the beginning. We'll watch it from the beginning without me saying anything else, so you can have a look. I know you can't understand Spanish maybe, but you can have a look at her body language.
Madeline Soto, esta joven hispana de 13 años que lleva ya más de 30 horas desaparecida. A esta hora de la noche las autoridades de la oficina del alguacil del condado Orange
So this was 30 hours after she'd gone missing. This video was made.
siguen buscando.
Bueno, también la busca desesperadamente su familia. La investigación se ha centrado en los alrededores de la escuela intermedia Hunters Creek, donde fue vista por última vez. David Palomino habla con la madre y también con familiares de la menor. David, cuéntanos qué te dicen y además qué creen que pudo haber pasado.
Gracias, buenas noches. La madre dice que tiene el presentimiento que alguien se llevó a su hija. Ustedes ven a esta hora, las autoridades han acordonado.
No, so he did say that, that tiene presentimiento que alguien se llevó a su hija. She has a feeling, presentimiento, that she feels that somebody took her daughter away. Keep showing the picture of him. Where's the picture of him? Anyway.
Parte del complejo de apartamentos ubicado acá en el área de Hunters Creek, mientras continúa esta investigación para dar con el paradero de la menor. Madeline Soto es una joven de 13 años de edad que fue vista por última vez en la mañana del lunes 26 de febrero.
En la mañana la llevó mi novio para la escuela, la dejó al lado de la iglesia que queda ahí al lado de el...
Clearly, she says there, her boyfriend took her to school. La llevó mi novio para la escuela. Yeah, my boyfriend took her to school, as clear as day.
middle school. La dejaron ahí y que ella se puso a caminar y él...
Yeah, took her to the church near the middle school. La dejaron allí. Now, she does say they left her. Let me just listen to that. Is that come up wrong maybe on the... Let's have a listen.
Ahí y que ella se puso a caminar y él manejó. La dejaron ahí y que ella...
Yeah, she definitely says it. It's not come up wrong on the subtitles. She says la dejaron allí. That is, they left her there. Why is she saying they? Now, am I imagining it? Oh, look, does she's looking there as if, do you think she's thought, oh shit, I said they left her there. She looks like she's suddenly, because she's a crap liar. She is the worst liar in the world. Every time she gets things wrong, she says conflicting things. And look at her face, it looks like, it's like, oh shit, I've said the wrong thing. That's how that looks to me. That expression there to me is, oh my God, I've just said they left her there. I think that's, I do. We'll see, obviously, as time goes on. But I think that's significant that she said they left her there. So I just don't see how you say that by accident in Spanish. Because here, clearly, she says la dejó. That's he left her. Al lado de la iglesia, at the side of the church. He left her at the side of the church. She says clearly there. Dejó is he left her. But here where she says la dejaron, that is they left her. So I'm not quite sure why she's so conflicting everything she says. I mean, was it we? Was it he? Was it they? Come on, you know, how many ways round have we got to say this?
Ya se puso a caminar y él manejó y se fue.
Las autoridades de la oficina del alguacil del condado Orange la han estado buscando en una zona boscosa cerca a la escuela intermedia.
Actually, you know, Amethyst, I think she was maybe looking over it. It's like, oh shit, I've said the wrong thing. She's looking over to see, you know, because he watches everything she says. We saw that interview where he came and sat behind her like bloody Nosferatu, didn't he? He watches everything she says. So yeah, maybe she was looking over at him. Oh shit, I've said the wrong thing. There's something more here.
Hunters Creek.
Llevaron perros a ver si cogen el olor de ella por ahí. Creo que ahorita están investigando.
See how she can't think what she's got to say. I mean, that tells you something, doesn't it? God, I thought he was a crap liar. She's even worse. These are the worst liars in the world. You know, she's definitely lying. The reason why she's lying, we don't know, but she's definitely lying. But she's a rubbish liar. That happens, doesn't it, when you're lying, because you've got to think about what you've said before. So she's just saying, you know, yeah, they took the dogs. See if they could pick up the scent. I think they're investigating the videos that are around.
Los videos que quedan por la calle. Hay un video de una iglesia que queda al lado de la escuela donde creen.
Yeah, so this, you know, look at her face. It's like she looks, she doesn't even believe her own lies. Look, you know, that's like incredulity. You know, she's like incredulous because she knows she's talking a load of shites. But I noticed David was saying a couple of times that she always reminds him of Rose West. And, you know, the thing is, sometimes women are involved in these things. You know, I always think I don't want to believe that, you know, of women and that, because, you know, that's just a natural thing being a woman. But look at Rose West. She was well involved with all of it, you know, and maybe she was too. This video at the church that she's talked about, there's a video of a church near to the school.
En que ven mi hija.
La menor viste una camisa deportiva de color verde, pantalones cortos de color negro y unas Crocs blancas. Según sus familiares, ese día olvidó su teléfono celular en casa.
¿Qué te dice, sí?
So on this day, she forgot her telephone and left it at home. Well, you know, that just doesn't happen. 13-year-olds don't forget their phone and leave it at home. That's what happened in the Tia Sharp case, wasn't it? Stuart Hazel said she left her phone at home because he told her to leave it there to charge. Young kids, they of course they don't do that. They don't forget their phone. That's it's like an extension of their body, isn't it? It's like part of them. They don't leave it at home. So look at her face. You know, she does look. Thing is, she does. Is she just scared, or is she genuinely concerned? She does not cry, but she looks pained. But let's just listen to that again. I just want to listen to what she says there. So there's a video at the from the church at the side of the school where they think that my daughter can be found. Well, she knows, or well, maybe she doesn't know, but of course that turned out not to be Madeline. Yeah, just want to mention something that Ocean's just said then. Let's not forget that this guy, Stephen Stearns, he had, we heard that interview with one of his friends, where he was saying that he had set up a video, hadn't he, for another friend's girlfriend, watching her coming out of the shower when they were living together, you know, house sharing. He had set up a video and he was videoing the friend's girlfriend coming out of the shower, and it all came out, and the mother paid off, you know, this couple who he'd been videoing the girlfriend coming out the shower. His mother Stephen Stearns' mother, because the guy or the couple, they were going through financial difficulties. Stephen Stearns' mum paid them off to not say anything. So that's why he didn't have any, he had no prison record. As far as I know. So, you know, to be fair to Disney, I suppose, or, you know, there's all this thing about him working for Disney and working with children. But maybe if they would have looked into his past, they wouldn't have found any actual convictions, because the mother, his mummy, paid off his friend. You know, so, but yeah, he's obviously, you know, he knows about videos, doesn't he? He knows about setting up videos and stuff. And yeah, it makes you wonder, was he videoing poor Madeline and then showing those videos to other Ps in the area, or sending them to people? Well, the police will know all that because that'll be on his phone. You know, if he sent them in messages. Did the mother know about those videos? Was the mother in those videos? I don't think the mother could be in those videos, because she would have been arrested by now. She may have been arrested and we just don't know yet. But it will all come out. It will come out, didn't it? So it was, you know, apparently it was quite grainy, and it was thought it might be her at first, but in the end it wasn't her. And of course now the police have got the video of him actually having this poor little girl's dead body in his car. Gosh, look at it. She's smiling on every picture. You just think, how could she be smiling? You know, that poor girl, what she's suffered.
Negro y unas Crocs blancas. Según sus familiares, ese día olvidó su teléfono celular en casa.
¿Qué te dice ese instinto de madre?
Que alguien se llevó mi hija. En mi corazón, alguien se me llevó mi hija.
Yeah, and then he asks, what, you know, what's your mother's instinct? Instinto de madre. What do you think? Do you think somebody took her? And she says, en mi corazón, in my heart, I think somebody took my daughter.
Porque no es normal que ella se va así como así.
It's not normal for her to have gone off like this, to run away.
To run away, ella no es ese tipo de persona.
She's not that type of person.
Familiares afirman que en el hogar no hubo ninguna discusión ni motivos para que la
So there he is, Stephen Stearns.
joven se fuera de la casa.
Por favor, que
I think it was him anyway. What do you think? Let's have another look.
Motivos para que la joven se fuera de la casa.
Yeah,
por
that's
favor,
him.
que me la regresen, que esté sana, que esté bien. Solo quiero que la regresen.
Yeah, so she's just saying, I just want her to bring her back. She's shaking her head at the time. Just want them to bring her back. That she's okay, that she's safe, that she's healthy. Yeah. So.
Las autoridades piden la ayuda de la comunidad. Cualquier persona con información sobre el paradero de Madeline Soto se le pide que se comunique.
So he's just telling you the numbers there to ring. Okay, so that's the first interview I wanted to show you. That's the interview with the mother. And, you know, with the Spanish. Now we're going to look at the interview with the grandmother. Now, I don't know. Well, let's have a look at this. Very interesting, because I do think that the grandmother looks younger than the mother to me. I don't know. So the grandmother, Yolanda Zambrano. So we're going to watch her now being interviewed on some Spanish channel, Orlando.
Te podemos confirmar que somos el único medio que se ha extendido acá esta búsqueda específicamente en el condado Osceola. Hemos estado durante esta tarde alguna.
So all he's saying here is that they're extending the search in the woodland area. So again, this was before Madeline was actually found, and he's just really talking about the area that they've extended the search through the wooded area.
Una forma, bueno, ubicándonos en ciertas áreas donde se están en estos momentos concentrando algunos efectivos del alguacil del condado Orange. De hecho, podemos observar acá, allá al fondo, podemos observar que vienen caminando. Ellos están específicamente, me encuentro en el complejo de apartamentos de Kissimmee, muy cerca.
And he's pointing to where the apartment. It's funny, this guy, when he's talking now, as I'm listening to him, he's got a different accent. He's almost got like a Portuguese. Maria will know. She's on. Hi, Maria. It almost sounds like it's more of a Portuguese type accent, or maybe Argentinian or something. He's obviously speaking in Spanish, but it's got a completely different accent than the other people that were speaking in Spanish before. But anyway, that's what I think. But he's still speaking in Spanish. There's an apartment complex, etc.
Cerca de Plaza del Sol, donde vive la mamá de Stephanie, o mejor dicho, de.
So he says, I'm here, very close to the apartment complex in Kissimmee, very close to the Plaza del Sol. The Plaza del Sol is the Sun Square, where the mother lives. He doesn't say where the mother and stepfather lives. He's saying where the mother of the child lives.
Madeline Soto, específicamente la señora Jennifer. Aquí podemos observar cómo estos efectivos estaban ya durante esta tarde metidos en este bosque, bueno, tratando de buscar alguna pista, pero también hace rato, hace una hora aproximadamente, estuve en otro punto del condado Osceola, específicamente en San Cloud.
So he's just saying, you know, we can see the police everywhere. They're looking for any clue to find Madeline.
Vamos a mostrarles imágenes porque iniciamos este recorrido cuando ellos partieron desde Hunters Creek en el condado Orange y de ahí se desplazaron hacia una localidad de St. Cloud, condado Osceola. Ahí estuvieron durante unos minutos buscando en otro bosque allí, no consiguieron nada y de inmediato se trasladaron a otro punto del condado Osceola, específicamente Kissimmee, donde me encuentro en estos momentos en vivo, específicamente donde está ubicado el apartamento donde vive la mamá de esta niña. Pero también más temprano conversé de alguna forma con la abuela de.
So I suppose this is the apartment complex, is it? So he was just explaining where they'd been searching, etc., and where he is at the moment and what action has been going on.
Madeline Soto, con quien también vivía, porque esta niña vivía unos días con su abuela materna porque vivía cerca.
Right, I'm sure it's saying there that she lived there a few days with her grandmother. Just let me play it again.
Bien vivía, porque esta niña vivía unos días con su abuela materna porque vivía cerca de la escuela donde estudia, específicamente donde está ubicado el apartamento donde vive la mamá de esta niña. Pero también más temprano conversé de alguna forma con la abuela de Madeline Soto, con quien también vivía, porque esta niña vivía unos días con su abuela materna porque.
They said she was staying a few days with her grandmother. So I think the birthday party was at the grandmother's house, wasn't it? So she said that she'd been there for a couple of days, or she was staying a couple of days there, maybe while her mum was working.
Que vivía cerca de la escuela donde estudiaba y también vivía unos días con su madre. Vamos a escuchar qué nos dijo la abuela.
Pero mi.
Okay, so this is this is the grandma. The grandma looks younger than the daughter. You know, there could be the other way around. I mean, I think Ocean was just saying there, hi, Jim, that, you know, apparently Jennifer looked better before she got with Stefan. You know, typical. So she's probably been in this dysfunctional relationship. But my God, the grandma, my God, she must have been young when she had her. I mean, at the end of the day, Jennifer Soto, she's only about 40, isn't she? Maybe just under 40, round about the age of 40. So she's not that old, really. She looks a lot older. And this woman, the grandma, looks younger. The abuela, the grandma, Yolanda, as I said, I think she looks younger than the mother, personally. Now she's all made up and everything. She doesn't cry either through this interview, which is quite strange. I don't know. You know, you feel like they should be totally distraught, don't you? But they, you know, maybe because they don't know yet what's happened. But
Hija trabajó la noche anterior, el domingo, y parece que se levantó muy cansada y le dijo al novio que se la trajera.
So I think she's saying there that the mother had worked the night before and she'd woke up very tired, and so the stepfather had taken her to school. So yeah, my daughter worked the night before, the Sunday, and it seems like she got up very tired.
Y hasta ahí sabemos.
And she told her boyfriend to take her to school.
La rutina que el novio llevara frecuentemente.
No, siempre.
Told her boyfriend to go and pick her up and take her to school. So this is what she's saying has happened. That Jennifer worked the night before. She woke up very tired, so she got the boyfriend to pick her up and take her to school. So does that mean that did Madeline stay the night at her house? Or, you know, it's very confusing. Is she saying there that Madeline stayed at her house and the boyfriend picked her up from there in the morning?
Mi hija. Y en las cámaras de la iglesia ven que hay una niña con un suéter verde donde ella se sienta en el parqueadero un rato y unos minutos después se levanta y coge hacia la escuela. Hasta ahí se sabe de ella.
I think this reporter quite fancies her, you know, because she is attractive, isn't she? You know, she definitely does not look like you'd expect the grandma to look like. I think, I don't know, I think this grandma's lying. So she's saying this again, that she was seen on the CCTV at the church, which of course she wasn't, and then off she went, just like the mother said. Se fue, off she went, off to school, and that's it. Nobody's seen anything of her since.
Y cada día que pasa es peor. Pierde uno mucho las esperanzas después de casi 3 días de desaparecida.
So it was 3 days, more or less 3 days by then. So she said every day is worse because since then we don't know anything of her, and every day that passes is worse. Cada día que pasa es peor. And we're losing a little bit of hope because it's now been 3 days.
Ya no sabemos qué más hacer.
We don't know what else to do. No sabemos qué más hacer. But where's her emotion? Where is it? I just think I must be such, you know, I'm too emotional probably, but I've seen families, you know, genuine families appear. I'm not saying that she knows anything about it or whatever. I don't know. I'm not casting aspersions. Hi, Simon. On anyone because I don't know. I just think sometimes, you know, I have seen families whose child has gone missing or someone whose partner's gone missing and they have been genuinely upset. But having said that, sometimes you do see people, you know, laying it on thick and turns out they've had something to do with it. So it's very difficult to do body language, really, I think, because as I've said before, I don't know these people, so I don't know what they're normally like. You know, some people just have a way of talking. It's like Mick Murphy in the Samantha Murphy case. You know, there's always something you can look at and think, oh, I wouldn't do that. That's how we tend to judge it, isn't it? Oh, well, I wouldn't be like that. But of course, we don't. Well, one, we don't know exactly what we would be like, but also we don't know what they're normally like. So, you know, this woman is very, what's the word? She's very sort of calm. Maybe that's how she always is.
En mi pensamiento está que alguien se la llevó.
See, she again said it should. My thoughts are that somebody's taken her, and then she shook her head. Surely they can't all know about this. I mean, you know, if something's happened, surely the whole family's not in on it. You know, it just can't be, please. That poor little girl.
Bueno, y cabe destacar que Telemundo 31 ha sido el único medio que se ha trasladado acá a estas áreas del condado para llevarles estas imágenes exclusivas de 2 áreas que también se están concentrando buscando acá en el condado Osceola. De hecho, ya estoy viendo que se están retirando los efectivos.
Okay. Okay, so that is the that is, you know, where we are. Those are the two interviews, the Spanish interview with the mother and the Spanish interview with the grandmother. And I think the most interesting thing that comes out of the interview with the mother, when she says, you know, I know I keep repeating myself, but I really do think it's significant that she specifically said they dropped her off at school. So who were they? You know, what was that about? So yeah. And then this grandma who looks like the younger sister, she's, you know, of Jennifer. I mean, Jennifer has gone to pot since she started being with Stefan. There's a domestic violence or, you know, a toxic relationship right there. When somebody just go, you know, they start off sort of quite attractive, and then after all those years of being with that twonk, she's just lost the plot, you know. And she's under 40 years old, and God knows how old the grandma is. She looks like 35. Well, no, maybe not. It's not that she looks 35. She don't look 35, but she looks in her 40s. Whereas Jennifer, who is just done, you know, the grandma's got to be sort of, well, she's got to be at least 16 years old, older than Jennifer. So she's got to be in her late 50s at the youngest. You know, mid to late 50s. She could have been very young, but yeah. Stefan is 37. If he was born in 1986, he's 37. So it just makes me wonder what's going on exactly. Yeah. Yep. Very strange. He's 37 because he'll be 38 in April. On the 25th of April, that's his birthday. So he's got a 28. If he makes it as far as that, you know, because you know, I think something is, well, he must be on suicide watch. And you know what? I think if he gets a chance to do it, he'll do it. Though he may be too much of a coward to do it. But you could have a Fred West scenario coming up there with him, because he knows he's never coming out of prison. He's got a miserable existence now in front of him, not only because of the MURDER, but because of the 60 other charges, the 40 indecent images. You know, so he's got so much misery coming to him. He's bound to be a big candidate, you know, for doing away with himself if he gets the chance. He's also a big candidate because, you know, sometimes, you know, same with Dr. Shipman, Fred West. Sometimes you wonder, did they do it to themselves, or was it done to them and made to look as if they did it to themselves? Because, you know, feelings run high in cases like this amongst the prison officers, amongst the other prisoners, and it only takes a prison officer to look the other way, you know, and nobody's going to investigate too closely. This twonk turns up tomorrow dead in his cell. No one's going to look at it too closely. Nobody cares, because, you know, he's just a horrible person. So I think he's a definite candidate for that. You know, just like Fred West, just like Dr. Shipman, all those horrible twonks. I think, you know, it's possible that it might happen. Hi, Charlie. Okay, now the other thing I want to look at now. So we've looked at the new charges. We've looked at the interviews, the Spanish interviews with Madeline's mum, and the inconsistencies there again, and the interview with Madeline's grandma, and the fact that she didn't seem, you know, particularly emotional either. It's very odd, that. But anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to look at one of my subscribers, someone who's been a subscriber for quite a long time from America, mentioned about another case, you know, that this has got similarities with a case that I'd never heard of. A girl called Madalina, right, she's Cojocari. Oh, hang on, I've just turned off my, sorry, I've just turned off my other computer by accident. Let's have a look. Let's get it back up because that's where I see what's going on. Oh, I don't know what I've done with it now. Oh, never mind. I'll just have to do it on here. I've turned it off by accident. Anyway, so what we're going to look at now is this other case. And gosh, what is wrong with the name Madeline? So we've got like Madeline McCann, got Madeline Soto, and this other girl that we're going to talk about, which is a very similar case, I think, to the Madeline Soto case, except it, unfortunately, this girl is still missing, and her name is Madalina. So, you know, there's something about the Madeline name, I don't know. Please don't call your children Madeline. That's what I would say. Yeah, it's not a fortunate name, is it, Maggie? So let's have a look at this case. Now, I knew nothing about this case. So I literally am just reading off I've never heard of this case before. And we're gonna read about it and watch video, but this literally was new to me. So last November, so this is News Nation talking about it in 2023. And this is Madalina Cojocari, a young girl. You know, you see these lovely little faces looking out at you, you know, from these photos, and another tragedy. So she's been missing since November 2022. So a year and a half, this Madalina has been missing. Her grandmother says that Madalina's stepfather sold her for money. The stepfather says that Madalina's mother is hiding her away in the mountains. So what really, I mean, personally, as soon as I looked at this, I thought what's probably happened to Madalina is exactly what happened to Madeline Soto. And it's a very similar case. The mother changed her story. But these two are both blaming each other. So last November, a North Carolina girl, well, this is last November, not this November, just gone the November before. A North Carolina girl got off her school bus and vanished. The case has had many twists and turns, but as the anniversary of her disappearance approaches, there are still no answers to what happened to Madalina Cojocari. Police in Cornelius, North Carolina, have been searching for Madalina for more than 9 months. Well, add another year onto that. Her mother and stepfather have been charged with failing to report her missing because they waited 3 weeks before filing a police report. Well, come on, that's suspicious in itself. You know, maybe if she was 18, you might wait 3 weeks because, you know, if she had a history of running away. But a little girl like that, you do not wait 3 weeks before you file a police report. And that report only came after the girl's school demanded to see her. So, apparently unsealed warrants have revealed new details about her mother's trips to the mountains of Western North Carolina. You know, that makes me think this is a bit like the Madeline McCann case, where Madeline's mum, Kate, she does regular pilgrimages to Pride of Luth because she knows that Madeline is in Pride of Luth somewhere. That's why I think she does those pilgrimages. Why else would you go back to that place? Why? Because she knows that Madeline is there somewhere in Pride of Luth. Who knows whether Madeline McCann will ever be found? But I personally think she is there. So probably she goes to the mountains because she knows that Madalina is there somewhere. But it's another matter finding them, isn't it? So new recorded jail calls discussing bags of money, potential sightings of Madalina, and a distant relative appearing in theories about the case. You know, thing is, theories, you know, what happens with these cases when they go cold? At least Madeline Soto, her body's been found. Because otherwise, when things go cold, you know, not that I'm sure the police are still looking for her, don't get me wrong, but if they don't find her like Madeline McCann, people still talk about it, but then you feel like it's never going to be properly resolved, you know? At least with Madeline Soto, the body's been found. It's just a question now of building the case against whoever it is they think has done it. But when there's no body, this is the problem now with Samantha as well. Samantha Murphy, they need a body, not to make a murder charge. Obviously, they've already charged Patrick with murder, but they need a body for the proper resolution of everything, don't they? Anyway, this time of year, Madalina should be preparing for her first day of 7th grade. Don't forget, this was last year. She should be picking out what to wear on the first day back and deciding how to style her hair. We're going to look at some videos. So there she is, Madalina, another little girl, disappeared. Nobody knows what's happened to her. We'll do everything and anything we can to draw attention to this case so that we can hopefully find the information that we need to lead us to her. In an exclusive interview, Baucom talked about the efforts to bring Madalina home. I can say with confidence we followed up on hundreds of leads and spent thousands of man hours between our agency and all of our partner agencies. And the last images of Madalina, and we're going to look at the video, are from November the 21st, 2022, showing her getting off her school bus. And then she disappeared. So police say that Diana Cojocari, Madalina's mother, told them she last saw her daughter on Wednesday night, November the 23rd. Diana and her husband had an argument, Christopher Palmiter, and he drove to his family's home in Michigan. And when Diana went to check on Madalina on Thanksgiving morning, she was gone. According to her, a backpack full of clothing and some of her favourite toys were also missing. So both parents were facing charges for not reporting their daughters missing for 3 weeks. Now, I believe the stepfather is he the stepfather? I think he is the stepfather. He is out on bond, I think. He's walking around free. So his lawyer says his client has cooperated with police and believes Diana is hiding her daughter away. Well, it may be true. Who knows? He told police on several occasions he believes that Diana had taken Madalina somewhere into the mountains. He told detectives specifically he believes Diana took her somewhere and she is safe. I don't think so. I just don't think so. What reason could Diana have for hiding her daughter away? Now, there's money involved in this case because Palmiter says Diana believed he was putting Madalina in danger by naming her as a beneficiary in an investment account. And in these interviews he gave to police, he's adamant he does not believe Diana harmed Madalina. He believes that Diana believes that Madalina is in danger from some unknown third party, apparently related to him placing money and assigning benefits to her in a $401,000, I presume, account, something that doesn't make any sense. So according to police, In a text message from December the 2nd, 2022, more than a week after Madalina's disappearance, Diana indicated she was in the presence of the missing girl. That was the same day she allegedly had extensive conversations with a male cousin identified as Octavian Sebanu about smuggling her and Madalina away from Palmiter. And on December the 3rd, 2022, Diana was seen in Hickory, North Carolina, an hour west of her home, getting her oil changed. And an attendant said there were children's toys in the car, but no child was present. So apparently Diana travelled on the December the 4th, Diana travelled towards the North Carolina mountains, and a local TV station reported that a sheriff's deputy found Diana sleeping in her car that night near Lonesome Mountain. And police have asked for witnesses. On December the 16th, a woman reported seeing a girl resembling Madalina with a male companion at a grocery store, but police said this and another sighting turned out not to be Madalina. This reminds me of the Madeleine McCann case. How many sightings were there? There were sightings here, there and everywhere. Morocco, it was people with child smuggling, it was this, it was that. And every time, everything, there was, it's like deliberate smoke and mirrors, in my opinion. So the area is vast, and experts say it would be easy to stay hidden. Lots of remote locations, easy to hide somebody if you really wanted to. She's definitely out there somewhere, I would say. She's been hidden somewhere, but, will they ever find her? I don't know. Anyway, they're Russian. So another call was between Diana and her mother. So there was jail calls. One between Palmiter and his brother saying Diana had a lot of cash with her and he didn't know where it had come from. Another call was between Diana and her mother discussing a bag of money, withdrawing cash, and a theory that Palmiter gave Madalina away for money. Maybe she took the money out thinking she might have to do a runner. So Diana's mother repeated the claim, speaking in Russian to reporters outside the courthouse. My children were caught up by child traffickers. My granddaughter is alive. She was sold along with Diana for $5 million. This is the easiest thing in the world to just cause confusion and, make it look like that. Anyway, the police have declined to give details, only saying they're looking into every lead. So the stepfather, Palmiter, was released in August 2023 after posting his bail of $25,000, a reduced bail, and not answering questions from reporters. Diana Cojocari remains in jail and her bond is $250,000. Wonder why he got his bail reduced. But is Diana the most likely suspect? I take it. Anyway, let's have a look at some video.
Contributing legal mind. Thank you.
Let me just go back to the beginning, actually. So as I say, it's a case I've never heard of before, so I just hope they find this little one. Oh, I've got to fast forward a bit. Hang on, let me get it right to the right point. Sorry, it's whirring a little bit.
Each week, we focus on a missing person case from across the country, taking you behind the headlines. Every missing person matters, no matter their background, their past, their race, or their circumstances. They are missed by their family and their friends, their community, and sometimes by complete strangers. It is our mission to bring these cases to light with the hope of finding answers and sometimes offering closure. Maybe you can help us solve these mysteries too. And in a moment, you'll have an opportunity to take part in the discussion.
It is amazing, isn't it, how many people are missing? It must be so awful to have a loved one who's missing. You know, you just don't know what's happened to him. It just must be awful.
Of today's case and pose your questions. Today in our Missing series, we have an update on a case out of North Carolina and a little girl who got off her school bus last November and vanished.
So here she is getting off her school bus, and then that was it. She was never seen again. So she obviously went home. You know, there's no doubt in my mind that these parents have done something to this girl. Don't know if the stepfather's involved or the mother's involved, but this girl, to me, something's happened to her when she went home, and she's been hidden somewhere.
For more than 9 months, police have been searching for Madalina Cojocari. Her mother and her stepfather are charged with failing to report her missing because they waited 3 weeks before filing a police report. And that was only when the girl's school demanded to see her. Since we last told you about Madalina's case, unsealed warrants have revealed some new details about the mother's trips to Western North Carolina, to the mountains, recorded.
I just want to say I love this reporter's tank top thing that she's got on. I know it's totally irrelevant, but I just absolutely love it. I want one.
Jail calls discussing bags of money and potential sightings of Madalina and a distant relative. All of this as the girl's grandmother makes some bombshell allegations involving child trafficking, and her stepfather has been released on bond. Here's Nicole Burley with Madalina's case.
New video of Madalina Cojocari, the latest effort by Cornelius Police to keep the case on people's minds.
Anything and everything we can do to draw attention to this case so that we can hopefully find the information that we need to lead us to her.
In an exclusive interview with News Nation, the police chief talking about the efforts to bring Madalina home.
I can say with confidence that we have followed up on hundreds of leads and spent thousands of man hours.
It's been more than 9 months since these last images of Madalina getting off her school bus November 21st. Police say Diana Cojocari told them she last saw her daughter at their home on Wednesday night, November 23rd. Diana
waited 3 weeks before they declared she was missing. Come on, you know, it's like Summer Wells. That's another one, isn't it? You know, they have to look close to home for these cases, and I'm sure they are. But they've got to find evidence, of course, but something happened.
And her husband, Christopher Palmiter, had an argument, and he drove to his family's home in Michigan. When Diana went to check on Madalina on Thanksgiving morning, she wasn't there. A backpack of clothing and some of her favorite toys also gone. Both parents face charges for not reporting her missing for 3 weeks. Now, 2 conflicting theories are emerging about what.
So the thing is about the rucksack or the bag being missing with some of her favourite toys, etc. You know, that is what you would do, isn't it, if you were trying to prove that your daughter, had gone away, but not that you'd done anything to her. You know, you would do that, I suppose, to try and make it look as if somebody had taken, as if she was still alive.
What happened to the girl? The attorney for Christopher Palmiter says his client has cooperated with police and believes the girl is being hidden away by her mother.
He believed that Diana had taken Madalina somewhere up into the mountains. He tells detectives specifically that he believes Diana took her somewhere and that she is safe.
The reason, Palmiter says Diana believed he put Madalina in danger by naming her as a beneficiary on an investment account.
In these interviews that Chris gave to the police, He's adamant that he does not believe that Diana harmed Madalina. He believes that Diana fervently believes that Madalina is in danger from some unknown third party, apparently related to him placing money and assigning benefits to her in a 401k account, something that doesn't make any sense.
According to police, in a text message on December 2nd, more than a week after the disappearance, Diana indicated she was in the presence of the missing girl. It was the same day she allegedly had extensive conversations with a male cousin, identified as Octavian Sebanu, about smuggling.
What she got when she's got the bloody mask on, because obviously that must have been during COVID and that. Well, she got it under her nose for. That used to drive me mad when people did that. Either don't wear it at all or put it over your nose. What's the point in putting it under your nose? Just crazy. But did you notice, actually, she did look, let me just go back to that. When she came in, when they showed her coming into the courtroom, she looked at the guy. She looked over at him. Something.
And her husband, Christopher Palmiter, had an argument, and he drove to his family's home in Michigan. When Diana went to check on Madalina on Thanksgiving morning, she wasn't there. A backpack of clothing and some of her favorite toys also gone. Both parents face charges for not reporting her missing for 3 weeks. Now, two conflicting theories are emerging about what happened to the girl. The attorney for Christopher Palmiter says his client has cooperated with police and believes the girl is being hidden away by her mother.
He believed that Diana
He
had
hasn't
taken
got it
Madalina
over his nose
somewhere up into
either.
the
There
mountains.
she goes, she looks
He tells
at him.
detectives specifically that he believes Diana took her somewhere and that she is safe.
The reason, Palmiter says Diana believed he put Madalina in danger by naming her as a beneficiary on an investment account.
In these interviews that Chris gave to the police, he's adamant that he does not believe that Diana harmed Madalina. He believes that Diana fervently believes that Madalina is in danger from some unknown third party, apparently related to him placing money and assigning benefits to her in a 401k account, something that doesn't make any sense.
According to police, in a text message on December 2nd, more than a week after the disappearance, Diana indicated she was in the presence of the missing girl. It was the same day she allegedly had extensive conversations with a male cousin, identified as Octavian Sebanu, about smuggling her and Madalina away from Palmiter. On December 3rd, Diana was seen in the city of Hickory, an hour west of her home, getting her oil changed. The attendant says there were children's toys in the car, but no child was present. And the Madison County Sheriff's Office confirms to News Nation on the night of December 4th, a deputy encountered Diana sleeping in her car near Lonesome Mountain. News Nation traveled to the mountains of western North Carolina to investigate a possible sighting of Madalina. On December 16th, a woman reported seeing a girl resembling.
I think that girl's body is in those mountains somewhere, and that's why the mother goes there, because did go there when she was out of prison, because the girl is no longer alive. This is what I would say, and it is speculation. But and the mother's going there. It's like a pilgrimage that she's going there to the mountains because she knows she's there somewhere.
Madalina with a male companion.
There was a possible sighting at Lowe's Foods here in Sugar Mountain. We were able to track down video, still footage of that, and forwarded that to Cornelius.
But police say the sighting and another one in California did not turn out to be Madalina. Still, the area is vast, and outdoor experts say it would be easy to stay hidden.
There's a lot of remote.
How you could, if you hid a body there, how are the police going to search that? How they can't search that, can they? And if they had no phone pings, nothing to actually pin down where she might be, they just cannot search there. They just couldn't. But what might happen one day is some hiker or whatever might find that little angel.
Locations here, it'd be easy to hide somebody if you really wanted to, or to spend time away from anything you want.
Just a lot of open space, a lot of places without internet or cell phone signal, a lot of woods, a lot of roads that go way off and dead end.
Also revealed in the affidavits, recorded jail calls, one between Palmiter and his brother, saying Diana had a lot of cash with her and he didn't know where it came from. And another call between Diana and her mother, discussing a bag of money, withdrawing cash, and a theory that Chris gave the girl away for money. A claim Diana's mother, speaking in Russian, repeated to reporters outside the courthouse.
Мои дети попали у трафикантов для детей. Моя внучка живая, ее продали вместе с Дианой за $5 миллионов.
Warrants show police have combed through the couple's financial records, as well as social media, messaging accounts, and phone data. Cornelius Police saying only they are looking into every lead.
We're taking everything that the grandmother has said into consideration during this investigation, and we're following up on all possibilities. But we have no indication right now that there's any sort of trafficking ring in our community.
Diana's mom, laying out photos on the sidewalk, asked if she has a message for Madalina.
Очень. И Мадалину, и Диану. Очень люблю. Диана у меня.
Both parents have pleaded not guilty to charges of failing to report a missing child. Palmiter released August 18th after posting a reduced bail of $25,000, ignoring questions from reporters.
Christopher, where is Madalina? Where is
You know, I'm sorry, but this guy looks as guilty as anything. But you know what? Just because someone looks guilty, you can't prosecute them on that basis, can you? But any of you that are watching, I know I've got some subscribers, even members, who do tarot cards and psychic readings and that. It'd be interesting to see if a reading for this girl. I personally, just my whole feeling is she's no longer on this planet, but I could be wrong. She could turn up one day, but just all feels awful, doesn't it? Just all feels bad.
Madalina? Where is Madalina?
The Cornelius Police Chief pledging his department will not give up.
I am confident we will solve this case and we will find Madalina.
And it has been 9 months and she remains missing. Diana Cojocari, Madalina's mother, remains in jail with a bond set at $250,000. As you watch this case, I know you have questions, so I encourage you to participate. If you have questions, whatever social media you're watching on now.
Okay, that's it more or less for that case. So I just wanted to, you know, somebody mentioned that on the chat the other night. One of my chatters, one of you chatterati mentioned that case. It's a case I've never heard of before. And when I looked at it, I thought, yes, it is reminiscent of the Madeline Soto case. And not only that, it's another Madeline. Well, it's a Madalina. Madeline Soto, and Madeline McCann. You know, please do not call your children Madeline or allow your grandchildren to be called Madeline. But, you know, it's just, you just think, oh my God, what's it about Madeleines? Anyway, now, as far as I know, before I finish, I'm just going to check if there's any news about Samantha Murphy, because, of course, they're in Australia. The day's just started. But as far as I know, there is no new news. Just, you know, the volunteers. I mean, I will, if there was any during, well, say overnight here in Spain, I would do a video in the morning about it. But what's this? So something about a mineshaft explorer. So the search for Samantha Murphy leads mineshaft explorer Raymond Shaw into Ballarat's dark places. So this, well, let's hope that, anyway, I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow, I think. But it's just this mineshaft explorer has explored about 60 disused mineshafts. Now, you know, in that dream that I had about Samantha, she was definitely sat up against something. So she could be in a mineshaft or something. So anyway, I will do a video about that tomorrow. But there's no news, you know, so far. today in Australia. Okay. Yeah, so please don't forget to like. I'm going to finish in a moment. So yeah, and remember next week I'm going on location and I will be doing some special videos, or and my members will be the first to know where I'm going, when I'm going. I'm looking forward to it. I probably need a break. I feel better now. You know, I started off this video saying that today's been just a meh day. Just felt like, I don't know, you know, you just have days like that sometimes where you do, and you have all cheered me up just being on here chatting, even though we're talking about serious issues and that. Let's, you know, we still, it's nice to be all together talking about it, isn't it? Talking about things. We get a few jokes in the chat, etc. And yeah, I do feel better. I hope you are all okay. We all have them. Yeah, DMV, we all have them. So I will see you tomorrow. Well, I'll be here before. I'm not going till next week, Charlie, but I'll definitely be on here at some point tomorrow. See what crazy things are going on. I want to do a rant of the day tomorrow. I've got so many things to rant about. So that'll be fun. Get it all out. Okay, so take care. Remember to live and love wisely, carefully. Thank you for watching. Please like. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. It's totally free and it's a brilliant way to help out my channel. And thank you to everyone that's helped out my channel so far. And till I see you again, may your God go with you. Bye.